just going to continue to gain momentum. All right. And there's a lot of people that are going to be weighing in on this because this entire case is going to be prevalent and front and center for 2025. There's a lot to talk about. There's many things to take away from this case, and also how people are viewing it individually, calling out our political system, healthcare in the United States, the actions of the alleged shooter. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. We have a thing called due process. You don't have to like the system. Nobody likes the system, but this is the system that we have. But yet MSNBC has no clue why Luigi is being lionized as a hero to the people. So to be clear here, folks, this one action that took place early this month has shook the foundations of how we look at healthcare and politics and the media. This is a bigger story than anyone ever realized. Hardlands Media is going to be talking about it. So let's go and pull up this video here. Shout out to Case Study QB, who is wrongly being censored. All right, there you go, because Case Study QB is #1 in my book. Let's go and play this video.
It's odd.
Sorry about that. Let me rewind it. Let's play it.
It's odd that he is being lionized as a hero. He allegedly stalked and shot someone in the back, killing them, allegedly. So I don't know how that would make him a hero. I think probably if he was less handsome and maybe a little darker, quite frankly, he would not be considered a hero. But here we are. It's odd that
we're going to listen to it again one more time. But it's very interesting she chose those choice of words. See, it's a subtle hint calling out everything. But also, what are you trying to say, MSNBC?
He is being lionized as a hero. He allegedly stalked and shot someone in the back, killing them, allegedly. So I don't know how that would make him a hero. I think probably if he was less handsome and maybe a little darker, quite frankly, he would not be considered a hero. But here we are.
There's a little bit more here because there was more of how corporate media is confused, shocked at people's reactions. It's another video here. Let's play this here real quick.
Describe the atmosphere outside the courthouse. Were there demonstrations?
Oh, yes, there were a lot of demonstrators here. They had noisemakers. They had signs. They were also using chants like free Luigi, healthcare for all, eat the rich. They were chanting at one point. I spoke to a couple just as soon as I got here who I don't know if they would actually call themselves demonstrators, but I asked why they were standing outside in these cold Manhattan temperatures, and they said that they thought maybe they'd get a chance to see Luigi. So you can see another side of the publicity there, people waiting to see him as though he's a celebrity now, Richard.
Stephen Romo live for us at a New York City courthouse where that all happened today. Thank you, Stephen, so much. Describe the atmosphere outside.
So corporate media, they don't understand. So let's try and break this down here. First of all, what we have witnessed in December was a reaction of a population, a good portion of the U.S. population, that was denied healthcare. And I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of people out there who felt this emotional rage and anger at a system that has probably told them, hey, yeah, we can't take care of your loved one. Hey, you know, we can't really give healthcare out. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't help you here. You're screwed here. We can't help you. Can't help you. Can't help you. You're on your own. That's evidence of a sick system. And the reaction to it, as people who have been constantly denied healthcare, be it from United Healthcare Insurance or Blue Cross Blue Shield or any institution, people feel this. I want to pull up something else here that rather caught me off guard, because man claims to know United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson personally, who goes on to quote this in the video. I don't agree with it, but I understand. I don't think it was right, but I get it. Saying things that people want to say.
The CEO who was shot was a client of ours, actually. So like I know him, a good guy, unfortunate, but I understand the stand that was taken, but not in the right way, but in a way that's visible. I understand how it got there.
People say, I don't agree with it, but I understand.
I would say that's where the camp I'm in. Yeah. Are you in the same camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it was.
Let's listen to that one more time. So this guy knew the CEO, a client of his. But everyone's secretly feeling this in their head, in their heart, in their soul. Now, what does that tell you about how the people view this story? How many people are secretly just feeling like, yeah? How many people are aligned with this? There's a rage in this country, absolute fear and rage, fear of the unknown, fear of one bad day, fear of not getting health care, fear of getting hurt. It's something all of you have shared as well, something all of you know all too well. Let's play this again.
The CEO who was shot was a client of ours, actually. So like I know him. A good guy, unfortunate, but I understand the stand that was taken, but not in the right way, but in a way that's visible. I understand how it got there.
People say I don't agree with it, but I understand.
I would say that's where the camp I'm in. Yeah. Are you in the same camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it was right.
Damn! Oh, the lady was like, "Hey, she's." I almost missed that. The lady was like, "Yeah, no, I'm there. I'm there." She's a no limit soldier right there. Say it again, lady.
Same camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, she didn't give an elaborate answer. She's like, "Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm there." I think I found my future ex-wife.
The same camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hold on, one more time.
Yeah.
Are you in the same camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, mandatory thumbs up for the yeah, lady.
I don't think it was right, but I get it.
Now, I also want to pull up something else here too, because more people are responding to this story. Just more. I'm gonna give my thoughts and analysis at the end of the last video here. Not this one, but the following video.
This is a reminder, since some of you seem to have forgotten, that this man is a potential criminal. He has done a lot of harm to New York City. I would argue he has embarrassed the hell out of New York City, and it blows my mind that there are people out there who still support him. This man, oh, Luigi, I need you to get out the way for a minute.
Luigi, get out of the way, man. You're in the shot, Luigi. I know you want to be front and center, but move. She's not talking about you.
This man was the first NYC mayor to ever be indicted while in office. He was indicted on federal charges of bribery, fraud, and soliciting foreign campaign donations. The last person who should be assuming anyone is guilty until they get a fair trial. When asked why he joined that perp walk, he said it's because he wanted to look him in the eye. Why? Were you hoping that Luigi would give you a bribe, since it seems like everyone else gets to do that?
Hold on. Let me go ahead and fix the video here. Sorry about that.
Give you a bribe, since it seems like everyone else did that, allegedly. It's really interesting because for the past, 3-4 months, you've been talking about due process and how everyone needs to assume you're innocent until proven guilty. Like, did you forget you got your own trial coming up? Where did that energy go? There was no reason for a mayor to be at that perp walk, but especially one with his own damn charges. Like, you had a news conference begging New Yorkers not to make any judgments until they heard your defense. So how about we offer that same courtesy to everyone else? Okay? Sounds good? Thank you. This is a...
Whoa. She brought the smoke. And then finally, I want to give a huge shout out to Nick from RBN, because I hope there's a fair trial, and I hope due process plays properly, and the system isn't rigged. See, this is why they're probably going to be scanning through the jury too, because overall there's a big mix of a lot of things that could put the verdict of this entire case into question.
The judge overseeing the Luigi Mangione case has a massive conflict of interest, as she is literally married to a former healthcare executive and has millions in stock in the healthcare industry. The ruling class is not even given the illusion of giving Luigi Mangione a fair trial. The ruling class is desperate, as they completely lost the narrative about Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione dropped. Yeah, definitely woo. You're wooing for justice, right?
Their desperation is so palpable. There is zero presumption of innocence by the ruling class for Luigi Mangione. They want Luigi dead. They're even trying to hit Luigi Mangione with a terrorism charge, even though he only murdered one person. The ruling class...
Again, innocent until proven guilty, allegedly. Again, The evidence must show. So, gotta be neutral here. Allegedly is the key word. Allegedly.
Class can't help but to remind us peasants how much less they value our lives compared to the capitalist CEO class. As I covered in a previous hotspot, the story of Luigi Mangione doesn't pass the smell test, and I still maintain the fact that he may be innocent. Luigi deserves a fair trial and the presumption of innocence.
So what's the significance of all of this? What can we learn from this? This isn't going to be a one and done case. This isn't going to be a simple of, okay, here's the evidence, you're guilty, off to jail you go. No. No, this is more of a sign and a huge awakening of what is wrong with overall the body politics, healthcare in America, the media in this country, because the narrative that corporate media has lost. All right. Hollywood is going broke. I've covered how MSNBC and CNN are not only cutting the paychecks of their pundits, but they're laying off people. And dare I say it, we could be seeing some prominent names of these institutions going broke or becoming shells of their former selves to where they will eventually become irrelevant and extinct. That's a real reality. We're also witnessing a huge distrust and anger and disgust at the two-party political system. And then, yes, let's address healthcare here in America, okay? Richest country in the world, and we can't take care of our citizens. Richest country in the world where its own citizens are afraid to go to the hospital. Richest country in the world, and hey, whoa, very similar to other countries, there's a low fertility rate here in this in the world, right? Because, kids cost money, money. But also one bad day, or if you have an injury, hey, you got to get that injury fixed. But if you can't do it, you can't afford it because your health insurance company will say, no, I won't do it for you. Well, then you're out of luck. Richest country in the world, and we don't have anything. Richest country in the world, and we can't take care of our people. If you're not angry, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not furious, I don't know what to tell you. But this trial was Luigi. It's not the powder keg. It's not the stepping stone. It is the kick that opened up the door. And everyone's going to be talking about this. No matter how the verdict plays out, this case will live forever. And it will be ongoing and continuous. No one's just going to be moving on. That's my prediction of it. It's not going to be forgotten. People will be talking about this because people have stories. People have the rage and anger. You had one guy, looked like he came from a very nice upper class background saying, I don't agree with what happened, but I get it. You have MSNBC saying, why are people lionizing Luigi? Well, have you stepped outside your ivory tower, MSNBC and corporate media pundits? Have you seen how bad it is out there when you get into the ground? When people who are desperate, trying to survive? Do you know what it's like? The answer is no, you don't, corporate media, because I remember 2016, 2020, the constant dismiss of Medicare for all, the constant uplifting of the health insurance industrial complex. We remember, and we will never forget. And this case is going to be a front and center case for 2025, and everyone is going to be talking about it. No matter what happens, this isn't going to just go away overnight. It is going to be a front and center talking piece. And we don't have health care. Now, there was an attempt. Hardlands Media remembers it. Forced to vote for Medicare for all. We interviewed Jimmy Dore way back in 2021. All it was asking for 15 congressmen and women to put forced to vote on the House floor for a vote for Medicare for all. Now, of course, the detractors will say, oh, well, it would have failed. Okay, fine. But if the attempt was made, you know what it would have done? It would have shined a light on these heartless Democratic and Republican politicians that wouldn't give its citizens health care at the height of the pandemic. Maybe it would have motivated people to turn out more for progressive and independent causes to support real candidates that want to bring in change. It'll always be that big question mark of what if those politicians and those haters actually fought? What a sight it would be. They chose not to fight, those politicians and those quote-unquote larger channels. Never forget forced to vote. That was the kind attempt. Now we're on a different path. How do we get health care for our citizens? Because that's what this case is also going to be about. The system and the status of health care in the United States of America.